Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of FIFA 17 Barcelona Career Mode Series. In today's episode, we'll be having 4 games. The first game of today's episode is a massive one against title contenders Atletico Madrid. The second game of today's episode is against Sporting Gijón. The third game will be a Champions League game in the Champions League group stages, our second game, and to end off the episode, a game against Celta Vigo. If you guys can go ahead and drop a like rating, that will be greatly appreciated. Drop a comment down below that I can respond to. Subscribe also if you are new to the channel. But without further ado, let's head straight into the first game of today's episode. It's a midweek game against Atletico Madrid. So here we go, guys, a massive game against Atletico Madrid, title challengers Atletico Madrid are, and it really is important that we make sure that we pick up the 3 points. Let's take a look at my Barcelona side for this game. I'm starting a really strong side because I need to in this game against Atletico Madrid. We can see Shorty there, he's ready for the game that is about to be played. This is my Barcelona side: Ter Stegen, Sergio Roberto, Piqué, Boateng and Bellerin at the back, Sergio Busquets, Rakitic and Iniesta in the midfield, with Neymar, Suarez and Messi will be starting as the front three for this game in the 4-3-3 formation. Let's take a look at the Atletico Madrid side. We all know how strong Atletico Madrid are in the league. They're one of the, like I said, one of the best sides in the league. Is probably us, Real Madrid and Atletico there at the top of the table come the end of the season. Let's take a look at their lineup. They will be starting Griezmann. I did see him at the start of the game. Gamero, Gaetan, Gabi, Sul, Oblak in goals. A very strong goalkeeper. They're starting a 4-3-3 formation. And this is going to be a very interesting game. Also, Godin will be starting as the centre back. This is going to be a really interesting game to see where we are at so far this season. Down the wing here, Messi. Still going Messi, he gets fouled there. Messi, can he go all the way? Good save from Oblak. But Messi did very well to cut inside there and almost made it all the way onto goal. We've got a corner here in the 22nd minute. Neymar. Messi's in there. Boateng with the header. Comes off the post and Piqué is going to hit the side netting. Sergio Busquets to Sergio Roberto, who plays it to Messi, who takes a touch. It's Messi with the shot. It's a good save from Oblak. Sergio Roberto is there. Plays it to Neymar, who takes a touch. Sergio Busquets with the shot. And it's over the goal. Who looks to play through to Rakitic, and that probably wasn't the best choice there from me. And because of that, Gamero is making his run to goal. They do have a winger that's free. Boateng with a good challenge. Thiago receives it. Back through to Gamero, who cuts it inside. Thiago with the shot. And it's over the goal. Cuts it inside. Still going Gaetan. Plays it through. It's Griezmann who's on it. And Boateng with a good challenge there to make sure that that shot was not going on target. But it results in a corner for Atletico. Atletico now going on an attack of their own. Look at this. Look at this from Atletico. Still on it. Boateng with a good win and both defenders coming up big. Rakitic plays it through. Messi. It's been an intense couple of minutes here. Messi with the shot. And it's over the goal. Maybe the last attack for Atletico. Bellerin does well to make sure the cross doesn't come in, but the ball falls out to Juanfran. Juanfran with the shot, and he just goes wide of the goal, and that is how this game is going to end. The first game of today's episode against Atletico Madrid ends in a 0-0 draw. Both teams did have chances to actually break the deadlock, but like I said, this game is going to end in a 0-0 draw, and let's head into the second game of today's episode. So the second game of today's episode is against Sporting Gijón yet again in the La Liga. In the previous game, like I said, against Atletico, a 0-0 draw. I think that was a pretty fair result because both teams did have chances on goal, but just both teams could not find the back of the net. As you can see, we're sitting first at the moment in the league. Gijón are in 10th. We are only 1 point now ahead of Real Madrid because we did draw that previous game. This is the Gijón lineup for this game. Not too many players that I do know, but they are starting a 4-2-3 line formation, a very dangerous formation. Let's hope that we can come out on top against Sporting Gijón, as we'll be taking a look at the Barcelona lineup popping up on your screens. There's been loads of changes to the lineup. Yes, loads of changes, because that game against Atletico was a midweek game, which means heading into the weekend game, my players were quite tired. As we take a look at my Barcelona side, ter Stegen yet again in goals, Sergio Berto, Mascherano, Umtiti and Digne at the back, Andre Gomez, Rakitic and Rafinha in the midfield, and the front three are going to be Dimitri Payet, Paulo Dybala and Denis Suarez. Denis Suarez inside, Dybala with a few touches here, Dybala, and he's just so good on the ball. Denis Suarez gets taken out, and no, I think it was the other way. Looks like Denis Suarez is actually taking out that defender there, as he was looking to actually cross it. It looks like the Gijón players actually picked up an injury. It's Dimitri Payet who cuts it inside. Payet still going over the top ball, trying to find Denis Suarez, but Gijón cut it out well. Ball falls yet again to Dimitri Payet with the shot, and a good save from the goalkeeper. Corner here in the 43rd minute. Payet crosses it in. Mascherano with the header, and it's over the goal. Andre Gomez as we look to get on the attack. He plays it inside. Rakitic. Sergio Roberto down the wing. He cuts it back. Sergio Roberto now with the cross. Dybala's inside. We really need to find a goal ASAP. Roberto does well to win it back with a good standing challenge. Rakitic to Andre Gomez. Andre Gomez plays it to Dybala. It's Paulo Dybala, and there it is. It's 1-0 in the 52nd minute. Dybala took a few touches, and this man is just so good on the ball. I have been saying it during the games that I've been playing with Dybala, but this man in FIFA 17 is incredible on the ball. His ball control is absolutely brilliant, and it's 1-0. Rakitic looking to win it. Gijón now on the attack. Victor's on it. He cuts it back. Still on it, plays it inside the penalty area, shot. That's a good save from ter Stegen. Payet. Rafinha plays a great ball through to Dybala. Looking for his second. Still on it, Dybala. Over the top ball. That's a great over top ball. Denis Suarez, good save. Payet's going to hit the post. And I think Payet was also offside. Ooh, good header there from the Gijón man. The last maybe attack of the game for Sporting Gijón. Cross comes in. Digne with the header. Andre Gomez just clears it out. And that is how this game is going to end. It ends in a 1-0 victory against Sporting Gijón. Not the best game, but at least we still picked up the 1-0 win. Dybala picking up the winning goal. That man is absolutely incredible. But let's head into the third game of today's episode. That game is a Champions League game. And in that Champions League game, we should be picking up 3 points. But like I said, Dybala, yet again, an incredible performance from him. He is just every single game playing well. And like I said, let's head into the next game of today's episode. So we are going to be having a training session before we do head into the next game of today's episode. Let's have the training session, see how the plays will develop. And Dybala, not with the best training session there, but Sergio Roberto with a B, Umtiti with an A, Bellerin with a B, Digne with an A. So it was a pretty good training session. So let's head into the next game of today's episode against Legia Warszawa. This is a Polish side. We should be picking up the win here. In our first Champions League group stage game, we picked up a draw. It was a 0-0 draw. So we need to make sure that we do pick up the win here and advance into, obviously, the round of 16. But this is only still the second game in the group stages, so we need to pick up a win here. I'm starting a really strong side for this midweek Champions League clash. This is our opposition for this game. I don't know anything about their side, to be honest. I didn't even know that they were a team before we headed into these group stages. They're starting a 4-2-3 on formation. Really nothing to really talk about from their lineup. But my Barcelona side is a really strong side because we need to make sure that we do pick up the 3 points. Like I said in the first game, we picked up a draw. This is my Barcelona side. Neymar, Suarez, Messi, Iniesta, Sergio Roberto in the midfield. I will be starting him in the midfield. Iniesta, Busquets, Digne, Boateng, Piqué and Bellerin at the back. And ter Stegen in goals. Our opposition down the wing here. Maybe looking for an early goal and maybe to surprise us. They cut it back. They made their way inside the penalty area. The shot, good save from ter Stegen. It still comes out to them. Messi. Bellerin cuts it inside. Suarez with a good ball through. It's Andres Iniesta with the 1-on-1 chance. That's a good save. Here goes Messi. Iniesta. Sergio Busquets. Iniesta. Suarez. Luis Suarez. And there it is. It's 1-0 in the 38th minute. Luis Suarez takes the lead. And there was a good finish there from Luis Suarez into that bottom corner. But this team that we are playing are really defending really, really well. They're always getting their numbers back. But you can see there Suarez with a great finish into that bottom corner. It's 1-0. This is a little better to start off the second half. But yet again, they just always have a player ready to put in a challenge whenever we are getting on the attack. Bellerin wins it, and that's a good win to Sergio Busquets, who plays it through. Messi couldn't get around this guy before, so that's why I'm going to cut inside this time. Messi, save, Neymar. It's 2-0 in the 51st minute. Inside, Messi. Plays it through, that's Sergio Roberto, 3-0. And you got to give a round of applause to Messi. That was a great through ball there from Messi. I timed it perfectly because I knew if I did it too early, the defender would have won the ball. But I did it perfectly. And Sergio Roberto with a great finish. It is now 3-0. Iniesta with the first time ball through to Neymar. Cut inside Neymar. Does well with the roulette. He's still on it, Neymar. Neymar all the way. And he puts it wide. And that is how the game is going to end, guys. It is going to end in a 3-0 victory in our second Champions League group stage game. A very good win there. 3-0 victory is what we want to see. During the first half in this game, our opposition were actually really taking this game to us. They weren't giving us any room to get any space on goal, but at the start of the second half is when we broke them down and we were managed to pick up the goals to win ourselves this game. There's one more game in today's episode, and we'll be having a training session before we do head into the final game of today's episode. So it is time to head into the final game of today's episode in the La Liga against Celta Vigo. So as we take a look at the Celta Vigo side, they got a decent side here in the league. Not really too strong and not really too weak. They're starting a 4-3-3 formation, a formation that is similar to what we are using, but they're starting a more of an attacking 4-3-3 formation. I'm actually starting a different formation for this game. I'm starting the 4-4-2 formation. I did start it in the previous episode because I want to play Dybala alongside Luis Suarez with Neymar and Messi just behind them, and in the two central midfielder positions is going to be Sergio Busquets and Ivan Rakitic. You guys will be seeing my side. And at the back we've got Bellerin, Piqué, Boateng and Digne. The usual back four with ter Stegen in goal. So you can see Dybala and Luis Suarez playing alongside each other. Two strikers that have started the season very well. And let's see how we go in the final game of today's episode against Celta Vigo. Let's go. Diaz on it. He plays it to, I think it's Pablo Hernandez there. Piqué with a good win. Shot is blocked by Busquets as it's going to fall out to their man again, and Boateng with a great attacking tackle. Dybala inside to Sergio Busquets, who plays it to Messi with a great first time ball there to Hector Bellerin, crosses it in. Dybala is there, not the best header. This is great play from themselves, but Sergio Busquets is there with the challenge, and that is how the game is going to end. The game is going to end in a 0-0 draw. A pretty fair 0-0 draw in this game against Celta Vigo, to be honest. We did have our chances, so did Celta Vigo, and they really did control possession in the last couple of minutes in this game. They were on the attack, but that is how the game is going to end in a 0-0 draw. Let's take a look at the league table before we do end off today's episode. So let's take a look at the league table before we do end off today's episode. We've played 7 games, won 5, drawn 2, lost 0, scored 7 goals, conceded 0, with a +7 goal difference, and we're on 17 points. In second is actually Eibar, as they have played an extra game than all the rest of the other teams. Real Madrid in third, and it looks like Valencia down in 6th. and Atletico Madrid down in 11th. So they haven't really started the season well, but it's good to see that we are at the top of the table, and we are very, very secure at the top of the table, as we have not lost a game and we haven't conceded a goal. But if you guys did enjoy today's episode, go ahead and drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe. I also did 4 games in today's episode, so let me know, do you want the usual 3 or do you want 4 games in each episode? Like, comment, subscribe, and I see you all on my next video.